live here too. Come home to Ascension Living.
Let's talk your house a little bit this morning. Travis Mullis is back with us on the show. He has Chattanooga Water Heater Company here in town. And if you or you know anybody, if it hasn't been you yourself, who has recently had to replace a hot water heater or a water heater, you probably know that prices have gone up. Is that fair to say, Travis?
That is fair to say.
So you have come this morning in part to give us an education when it comes to the age of your water heater and maybe the insurance that might still be on it.
Correct.
But also on the fact that this is a case of preparation pays off because you don't want to be caught off guard.
Right? Exactly. Not just, waking up having no hot water, but a lot of times it is a leak situation. We see a lot of devastating, property damage from the leak. So generally 10, 12 years is kind of the rule of thumb for a tank style water heater as far as replacement goes. So preparation goes a long ways. I know that we are, heavily insured as far as homeowner insurance, but you still got deductibles to pay. So most of the time that deductible is going to outweigh the cost of the water heater.
Okay, I'll tell you a true story.
Okay.
6-ish years ago, my husband and I sold our old house, moved into a new house that we live in now. We hadn't been in the house but a few months. And on a Sunday, of course, we wake up, the alarm's going off in our house.
It's always Sunday.
And we have a leak in our basement that's an encapsulated, you could eat in that basement. And we had inches of water pouring out. So of course, what do you do? But you have to call somebody. But we did have a homeowner's warranty from the sale.
Gotcha. Okay.
It was a joke. I mean, it covered maybe $500 on the cost of a water heater, but you're not prepared for the water heater.
Exactly.
And then the installation is so much. Am I right?
Yeah, right. And that's the thing. There are different tiers and levels of quality of water heaters. We have different options. They definitely have different warranty time frames. Minimum is 6-year parts and labor with us. Emphasize on the and labor. Typically all that you get is a prorated part warranty from the manufacturer through, say, a Lowe's or Home Depot. Okay, so we're very different with that. Maximum's going to be as far as 15 years in some tankless models.
So are you, as we talk today, because I'm sure all of us could come together and have our own version of a sob story on this type of situation, are you an advocate of having maybe you come out to the house and inspect the water heater to see what kind of lifespan it still has?
Right, so that gives, we can verify the age via serial number on any unit, okay, so that way we'll know time flies, so sometimes you think it's not very old, but it is. We can certainly run, simple tests to let us know, hey, is everything still working properly? And it gives us a chance to actually check your water pressure. A lot of people's water pressure is considerably high. So in a lot of areas of town, 120 to as high as 220 PSI is street pressure. Goes through a reducing valve that reduces that down to 60 PSI, which everything in the home is designed to work off of. That particular part is called a reducing valve. We will do probably close to 300 of those by the end of the year.
So what I'm interpreting that is to say that your house should be taking in 60, but depending on where you live, it could be twice that coming in.
So kind of some signs, toilets that want to kick on and fill with water when you didn't flush it. A lot of times you've had a lot of appliance issues, whether that be fill valves on a washing machine, ice maker issues. A lot of that is stemmed from high water pressure, but we find that a lot of people simply don't check that, even in the plumbing world. Another competitive company will go out, put a water heater in, we get a call saying, hey, they put it in, but the new one's even leaking. And at that point, it's pretty well guaranteed high water pressure.
Okay, this might go back to the age of the unit that you were talking about, because the time does fly.
It does.
You were sharing in the office a story about somebody who had a leak.
Correct.
And it was they were at some real risk.
Right, so what we have found, some insurance providers, homeowner insurance, they're looking at what is considered a maintainable life of some of these potential leak appliances in a home. So if you go beyond what the expected life is, a lot of times they're looking for reasons to not pay. And so we have found more so in condo situations, if you're not taking care of the time replacements, which is going to be 10 to 12 years, you could be getting yourself in a situation of insurance not wanting to pay.
So this was one where it was a condo, there was a leak, and the insurance said if you don't deal with it now, even though it had a couple years left.
Well, so they have had more than one issue in that condo building as far as people not replacing water heaters when they should be, and they have gotten old, they have failed, leaked, and caused damage to other condos, below them. And so they have gotten to a point, if you're beyond that 10, 12-year spectrum and that occurs, they're letting everybody know that you're going to be liable on the hook that insurance will not cover.
If you live in a place with high water pressure, you probably know it, but can you name off some areas of town?
Well, so pretty much if you're on municipal water, which means you're not on a well, you are going to have high water pressure of 120 or beyond.
Okay.
So that's the normal in Chattanooga.
You mentioned what the toilets will do. What does an ice maker do?
Right. So breaks. A lot of times it'll just be a deal of, if you think back, well, I've had ice maker issues and my washing machine's had issues. Those are common signs of why you keep having this repetitive problem with things on the freshwater side, not the waistline side of the plumbing. And we just see that it goes undetected. If
people want to get you out to take a look at their water heater, you can talk tankless, you can talk conventional, all the things.
Yes.
Just contact you?
Yeah, it's simple, 423-718-7342.
Chattanooga Water Heater Repair.com is the website. They would love to help you. That ounce of prevention always is worth the pound of cure.
Absolutely.
Good to see you.
You as well.
Right now at Affordable Dentures and Implants, you'll save